Hello and welcome to yet another PoE challenges video. This time we have the Keeper of the Flame armor set from 327 Keepers of the Flame League. Very original, I dare say, and this is how the armor looks like when you acquire it. So for this time, it is really easy to do these challenges, and it will mostly take anyone up to like maybe a week and a half of like leisurely playing the game, as most challenges can be done at the same time and while playing the game without going too much out of your way. As per usual, I will go through these challenges as they go in a row, and you can also find these challenges and the entire guide on my website if you click the current league, and there it will be. So there will be the video and of course the notepads with all the breakdowns and some extra links for your leisure to use. So without further ado, let's start with the ones that you can do in campaign. Act Adversaries I and II are always the same, just defeat the act bosses. Then, beginner's basics, we have to use some of the items that we have, some of the currencies. Scroll of Wisdom, equip a magic flask, have equipment in every slot, and defeat an act boss. This is what you will do throughout playing the game, so you don't even need to worry about this one. Otherworldly Obstacles, we have to equip a graft, complete a Hiveborn encounter, and visit the Monastery of the Keepers. This one is done immediately in Act 1, when you start the game. After you get your first graft in the coast, you complete the mud flats, or you fail the mud flats breach, but if you complete the one is submerged passage, you are immediately going to be prompted with the Monastery of the Keepers portal or any other successful breach afterwards, and you just go in, do the intro questline, you get the graft, voila, done. Next one, Helpful Hideaways. This is to visit each of the following areas. These we will have throughout the campaign: Aspirant's Plaza for your lab, Menagerie in Act 2 for Einhar, Mine Encampment in Act 4 for Nico, Forbidden Sanctum in Act 9 to talk to Divinia. She has a small questline to go through a few zones here and there, nothing too difficult. King's March Act 6 to talk to Johan and then travel to King's March, and Rogue Harbor when you find your first rogue marker, which is very quickly into Act 6. All of these, when you visit them, you are going to complete the challenge, which is going to be very simple. Next one is Regretful Requests. This one we have to complete each of the following side quests that we have. Dirty Job, clear the Fetid Pool in Act 1, Fallen of Grace, Twilight Strand in Act 6. That also unlocks Liliroth in your hideout for the league, keep that in mind. Fastest Fortuna to kill Boulderback and loot the Calendar of Fortune in Act 9. And No Love for Old Ghosts, which is loot Elixir of Allure in Ossuary in Act 10. So that is basically 4 done in campaign. Those are very simple. Now, for the ones that are done at the same time, I have ordered them a little bit easier so that you can follow along and, of course, do them at the same time. Keep in mind, some of these can be done with Scarabs or with Atlas passives. You can do that one yourself with no problem, as in comparison to previous leagues, I would give you guys an Atlas that's pre-done for everything. These are mostly done, I think only Heist with blueprints and contracts is the only thing you need on Atlas, so this can be done pretty easily. Now let's see here. So done as you play. We have Parallel Pathing, unlock all 3 Atlas passive trees, complete 1, 50 and 100 bonus objectives to the Atlas so you can unlock all 3 trees. Potent Pantheons, unlock a major, fully, and minor, 3 minor Pantheons. To do this one, you open up your map and you can see on your Atlas, these are the icons. These small sin icons are basically what you can capture. So it says here, Leif the Swift-Handed can be captured for Soul of Ralakesh. How do you check that? You see which Pantheon you want. You type in the keywords, let's say, what don't I have? Solaris, and then there we go. The ones that shine basically have the Soul of Solaris. Use a Divine Vessel that you can buy off the marketplace from Faustus, and you put it in the map and kill the map boss. Right click it, and that is it. So just rinse and repeat for 3 minor Pantheons and 1 major Pantheon. Atlas Awe is to unlock each favored map slot. So those are the slots on the left side of your map, and these are specific objectives like kill guardians, kill bosses and stuff, unless you look at the last one, which is complete the feared encounter. Now that encounter is the technically only difficult encounter that and expensive that you are going to do, which basically means to defeat the following bosses: Cortex, while witnessed by Maven, Cortex, Cirrus, which is Eye of the Storm, Moment of Reverence, which is the boss from Egon, and Uber, Elder, or Shaper and Elder separately. Then you get the invitation and you complete the encounter. You can do one more thing. You can roll this encounter to 70% and then do it, but you don't have to do it like that. If you do want to knock another challenge out the door, that's a great way to do so. Now, what build do I recommend for it? I do recommend my Lancing Steel of Spraying, my minigun build that I have here, because I've done all the challenges with this build specifically. This is a very fun build to play. It's not that expensive to build up. It starts from melee and then upgrades to range. So it starts from Impale Sweep, then upgrades to Lancing Steel of Spraying. Very fun build. I link the build in the description below, so feel free to use that one at your own leisure as well. Now, to continue with the challenges, we have the next one, Originator's Oath. Complete rare Originator influenced maps with a total of 200 explicit modifiers. So when you roll a map via Alchemy or Breagles and stuff, that's when they get modifiers. These can be done by either talking to Egon when you have him on your map, or buying maps that have Originator influence. So those are these maps, with areas influenced by the Originator's memories. When you play throughout the game, you will obtain these maps pretty easily, so there is nothing to worry about there. Next, Keystone Keepers. Use Eldritch altars, to do the thing and witness map bosses with destructive play allocated. I have a suggestion here. For Searing and Eater, those are the big Keystone notables. For Searing is Wrath of the Cosmos, for Eater is Eldritch Gaze. You can complete maps as you play, and you can do just those. It's absolutely fine. It will take you some time. However, for Maven with destructive play, I strongly suggest doing Shaper Guardians. Why do I suggest these? Because these will help you with another challenge. So those are Chimera, Hydra, Phoenix, and Minotaur. You witness them with Maven. You can even scour these maps. It doesn't really matter, but do them if you can with like map mods and stuff. So you witness them with Maven. You then do their invitation, the Formed. You get currency. You get Shaper fragments. And then later on, you can defeat the Shaper 75 times for the last challenge, which is the Grindy challenge, which is again an easy way to do. I also have a Shaper guide. I will link it in the description below. And yeah, that's basically how you can do this one. These are not going to take you too long. Quantity Quandary. This one is going to take you too long. Complete maps with a total of 50k item quantity from modifiers and additional sources. Remember when I told you to roll maps? That's how you get the quantity. You can get this with Sacrifice Fragments, with Azeri Fragments. You can get these by rolling like silly tier 17 maps with a bunch of quantity. So this one in total it's around 1,000 maps or a little bit less on average. It should be like 800 maps or so, but completing these shouldn't take too long. This is a very easy challenge. You can always pick up the quickest map. I think Mesa is in current rotation. So you Alk, Mesa, boss, leave, Alk, Mesa, boss, leave, and that's basically it. So you can do this one in the span of 2 hours if you just boss rush to the boss, and that's it. So it's nothing too difficult there. It is done as you play. Next one is Grueling Game Grinds. This one is easier than last leagues. This is the last challenge when you scroll all the way down, which is reach level 100. You don't need to do that. Defeat Argus in Endgame Labyrinth. You again don't need to do that. Or if the Uber Lab has the Argus in the first room, you can just go and snap kill Argus, like it's gonna take you 2 hours to do that, so you can do that one if you'd like. And then this is the easy part that I think is easy. Defeat pinnacle bosses. You can kill 75 of these. So if you do Shaper Guardians with Maven Destructive play, as we did in the previous thing where you need to defeat the bosses, you're going to accrue these Shaper fragments. When you kill Shaper, you will get rewarded. Around 5 to 6 minutes is a kill for Shaper, so do that 75 times. You may get some good loot. If you get the gloves, corrupt them. They can give good implicits. If you get the flask, that's expensive, so you can earn currency. You will never lose money if you run a normal Shaper. That's just the rule. You pick up the regular fragments from Phoenix, Minotaur and stuff, and you do the Shaper. You will always get the Uber fragment, and that refunds the cost plus adds more, and you get extra loot. Who doesn't like that? And it's not too difficult to do. Next one, complete collective explicit modifiers of tier 14 or higher maps. This is done passively. Collective explicit modifiers from invitations. This is also done passively if you do Shaper Guardian rotations, 4 maps, invitation, 4-5 modded invitation, 20 invitation, perfectly fine. So this is also done with the Shaper Guardian rotation. That's why I suggested it. And next one, grow womb gifts that are item level 81 or higher. You will get them from tier 14 plus. It's basically any womb gifts, so when you get enough graft blood to go spend it in the tree, do so, and you will finish this pretty quickly. Next one, mechanics that are done at the same time. This is very important because these include a lot of scarabs, can be done with Shaper Guardian map rotation or with a regular map rotation, and this is what I suggest. You have to complete 50 maps that use at least 1 scarab. If you're farming things, you're going to use 5. It is important to notice here how to get the more map slots. You get more map slots by defeating 10 boss Maven encounter, gives you an additional map slot, and when you clear a tier 17 map, that gives you another map slot. That's how you get all of them. You can easily clear that with the build that I've suggested, or you can purchase a boost on some services, either TFT, either Global, or some other Discord servers, that you find. So that's basically it. And then you complete 50 maps with scarabs, with 5 scarabs, which is not too big of a deal. So you need at least 1 scarab on 50 maps. Okay, additional assets. Complete any 3 of the following League Mechanics encounter the specific number of times. Whichever one of these you would like, you can complete them. Campaign counts. I suggest Essence, Strongbox, and Shrines. You pop their scarabs in, like 1 Essence, 1 Strongbox, 1 Shrine, and then multiply however much you want, and you will complete 30, 30, 30 very, very easily. Plus, this will help you with the Scarab Challenge. Next one, Core Campaigns, is the same thing, but different things. I suggest here, you can complete Abysses, 30 Abysses, Abyss Scarabs, Expeditions, Expedition Scarab, Harvest Plots, Harvest Scarab, Legion Encounters, Legion Scarab, and then Ore Deposit Encounters, Kulguran Scarab. You don't need to bother with any of the other ones. If you want, you can. Some are RNG, some are not. Absolutely fine. Those are the easiest ones that I would suggest that can be done at the same time. So you pop these 5 scarabs and you will do them over time. Again, helps with Scarab Challenge. Next, Mighty Missions. You need to complete 30 of the missions for 2 of the Masters. And this one is basically personal preference. For me, I think Nico and June are the easiest. Next one is Alva. Einhar is just annoying. But if you like playing Einhar, there you go. I just don't like how he throws his bolas very slow. But that can also be done with a Scarab too. Next one, Legendary Leagues. Complete any 4 of the following encounters while the area is level 81 or higher, if possible. Now, these are all done in tier 14 maps. I have added here which ones I think are the easiest to do. Now, we have logbooks. Those are very easy to do. Tier 4 Harvest Seeds with Harvest Scarab of Cornucopia. Then you have Blight or Blighted Ravaged maps. I suggest Blighted maps. And all rituals in maps with at least one blood-filled vessel. That's very simple to do. And claim rewards from your mappers in King's March. That is also fine. Here is where the little helpers are. What have I done here? I have shared a link, well, a few links here in the Notepad that are to buy the logbooks that are item level 81, to buy the blighted maps that are item level 81, to buy the blood-filled vessels. It doesn't matter what item level they are. So these are going to help you, well, those links are going to help you not to get scammed or anything for these. These are very simple challenges to do as well. Next one, Telling Tarot. This one, or Tarot. This one, you can choose 3 out of 4 to complete. Open Diviner Strongboxes. We can use Ambush Scarab, which is RNG. Or you can do a smart thing. You can use Court of Sealed Death in Chronicle of Adzoatl. This is a Strongbox Chamber Tier 3 that mostly always, I dare say, guarantees at least one Diviner Strongbox. I think in all of my years doing Alva, I've never not seen a Diviner Strongbox in that one. However, because the game is entirely RNG, I will say mostly always. So buy these Court of Sealed Death. They are open rooms. Again, link is in the Notepad. There we go, open room. And then you just need to go in, open the strong boxes, GG well played, you're done in a few minutes. You can also complete the Chronicle of Adzoatl to get bonus rewards, etc. Next one, complete red or purple tier maps with divination card scarabs. Any scarab works. Turn in sets of divination cards that reward currency, card like Emperor's Luck, and so like all of those that reward currency are valid. You can also scry a map, find Nameless Seer in tier 16 map, tier 16 plus maps. If you do the Shaper Guardian rotation, you will find Nameless Seer sooner or later. That's basically it. So this one can also be done, no problem. Remarkable Realms is to do unique maps. For this one, you will either drop these maps, buy these maps from other players, now that there's instant trading, very simple, with the exception of 2 maps, as per usual. One is Doriani's Machinarium, which is a Delve boss, the red Val Delve boss that drops it, or you can buy it. Usually it is a few divines. I don't know exactly how much it is. How much is it right now? Let's check it while I'm recording the video. It's 5 divines. You can also go to services where they're like, oh, a divine for it, yada yada, or you can just farm Delve and find the Val boss, which is pretty easily done. It's a chance for it to drop, but if it drops, I mean, it's a challenge. And the second one is the Vinctar's Square. Vinctar's Square is a map that keeps coming in as a unique map. What do you need to get Vinctar Square? Don't just buy it. So if you just go Vinctar Square, if you just want to buy it, it's 28 chaos. However, the cheat mode is do the vendor recipe. Agnerod staves, east, north, south, and west. When you buy them, they are like a chaos or 2 each, whatever, 2-3 chaos each. You buy them, you vendor them together, you get the Vinctar Square map. Do the map, GG well played, you've saved them a little bit of currency, if you care about that one. Next, Cross-Contamination. This one is very, very simple. It's just to do a few things together. Open a Smuggler's Cache while affected by a shrine. You need to have Heist Smuggler's Caches in Atlas passives and just use Domination Scarabs. Scout the map, leave 1 shrine, see if okay, because there's a 40% chance to get a Smuggler's Cache. Get that, and that's basically done. I'm not 100% sure there is Heist here. There is Heist here, because there is in map receptacle, yes, then you can use that one and Domination Scarab. GG well played, you can do it in a map. There we go. Next, Rogue Exile that is possessed, no. Beyond Boss while delirious. This one is also simple. Use a Beyond Scarab or add a Resurgent Beyond Scarab tube for more chance for the boss on a map with Delirium on it. You can use Delirium Mirror or you can use a Delirious Orb. Doesn't really matter, you can scour the map. That can be done in 1 map. Simple, and it is best done in tight maps because of all the blood spawns. Next one, complete an ore deposit encounter while affected by a Tempest. So this is Kalguran Scarab, or map device, and Radiant Storm, Scarab of Radiant Storms. That gives you Resplendent Tempest that has 20-second duration as a base. So you get to the ore, you wait for the Tempest, you enter the Tempest, you do the ore encounter, GG. Next one, capture beast holding an essence. This one is mostly done in campaign, which is completely awesome. Or you can just do Einhar plus essences. Very easily done, via scarabs or via passive tree. Next one are breach encounters. These are separate encounters that are also done passively while we play. Defeat rare hiveborn monsters, complete hive encounters. This is Insidious Invaders. Complete unstable breach encounters. Just do the regular breach encounters. You will do this. Revolting Roots. Same thing. Gifts for the Genesis tree. Basically, birth items. Spend blood. And fertilizing the Genesis tree. This one has a little catch. Last body piece or armor piece or whatever it is, body part, is done via Hive Brain Gland, which is tool/esh boss encounter. It's not a difficult boss encounter, however, it has a conditional tied to it. Conditional is basically to avoid all the mechanics. Easily done. Let's continue here. Sinew Swarms. We have to complete Hive encounter in tier 14 plus maps. Unstable breach encounter, Hive Fortress or Hive Colony encounter. So this is in tier 14. Very, very simple, done automatically. Now for the separate content and out of map content. Here we have Peddler's Produce 1 and 2. These are vendor recipes. Armor scrap, vendor any armor with 20 quality or more pieces with 40. Blacksmith's whetstone, same but for weapons. Glass blower bauble, same but for flasks. Gem cutter prism, same but for gems. Very simple. Peddler's Produce 2. Cartographer's Chisel, vendor 1 gavel weapon type. You can search gavel and buy it on trade, which can be any rarity. So this is how you do it. You go to trade, you go show filters, item category. Well, it's not a gavel, it's a mace, but you can just search item gavel, weapons gavel, press enter. There we go. Just buy Chimeria's Maul, and that is basically it. So you buy 1 gavel and 1 map of any type, or vendor 1 no mod map with 20 quality or more maps with a total of 40% quality. So those are different ways how to get the Cartographer's Chisel. Chaos Orb, which is vendoring a full rare gear set piece of 60 to 74. It can be identified or not. If it's unidentified, it's 2. If it's identified, it's 1. And that's it. You can use my loot filter that shows Chaos Orb recipe to make it simpler, or just run white maps and you'll be done with it. Regolob is the same as Chaos Orb, but item level is higher, so item level 75 plus, so just run like tier 7, 8 plus maps and you will assemble a whole set of armor. Exalted Shard are for influenced items. So while you're doing those Shaper Guardians, if you remember me yapping about them all the time, they will drop Shaper influenced items. Invitation is going to drop Shaper influenced items. Collect a set, vendor a set, you get Exalted Shards. Cunning Crafts. Use each of the following currency items. These are going to be used by you just playing the game, with the exception of Divine Orb. Divine Orb is either used to reroll the modifiers, or you can use it to craft some items. Now, depending on the build that you play, you might use this one, or you can use Betrayal Encounter and do these too. Very simple. I just suggest using them on whatever. That's basically it. Trusted Thaumaturgy. Complete any 3 of the following gem tasks. This is not too difficult, but it's not too simple as well. Have at least 25 gems socketed into your currently equipped equipment. This is what I suggest. Take your equipment, have a bow and a quiver, Maloney's mechanism. It doesn't have to be Foulborn, and have all the pieces with gems. And that is going to do the challenge. So just socket things in. GG, well played. Turn in divination card set that rewards 21 or 23 quality gem. I have written all of these that there are. Apply 6 or more support gem effects to a socketed skill. I will skip this. You can use this one on like armor, weapons, yada yada. Just skip it. And then level an awakened gem to level 5. This is very simple. You can either do it via leveling yourself, or you can use Bestiary. Bestiary has a thing called increase level of non-corrupted awakened gem by 1. You need Wild Brambleback. It's 10, 15, 20 chaos beast. You need 4 of these because level 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. Very easily done. Expensive Extravagance. Use any 15 of following types of currency the specified number of times. I have written which ones to use. Blight All easy, Catalyst easy, Corrupted Essence very easy as well. Eldritch Exalted Annulment or Chaos Orb very easy. If you're following my crafting guides, they will use Eldritch Exalted Orb, so you will use it. Exceptional Eldritch, Ichor or Ember. You can buy any from Faustus. A little bit expensive, but still done. And I would skip the most expensive ones. So that's basically it. You can also use Betrayal. Betrayal works if you're playing June and Betrayal, but I would suggest skipping those expensive ones. Now, this is the same for Orb of Remembrance, Unraveling or Intention. You can use that one. I've written all of that, and I will just skip some of those very, very expensive ones. You have to use total of 15 of them, and I've done the write-up for every single possible option that I would do. Now, Breach Keepers area also has its own things. Generous gifts. You need to grow the following number of womb gifts. So you need to do all 5 of them, so that's 50 of them. You will do this passively when you play the tier 14 plus. Well, this is tier 10 plus or 78. You will do these passively, no problemo there. Just go in, birth your stuff, GG well played. Gruesome Grafts, you have to do 12. Equip any 12 of the following grafts while they're item level 78 or higher. That is, again, this is the trade link. Just copy, paste the trade link, and in this trade link, you're going to see all of them. You just need, unfortunately, to type out each and every single one that you're missing. You can also birth them from the tree and use the Foulborn Exalted Orb on them. I think it's Foulborn for augmenting, whatever. Or you can just buy them for a Chaos a pop. You'll do this in 5 minutes. Grotesque Gains. Use any 5 of the following implant or Foulborn currencies, specified number of times. I've written out which ones are cheap to buy and cheap to use. You can use them either on items or on grafts. Very easy. GG, well played. Okay, bosses. Bosses are now the fun part. Achieve Ascension. We need to do Uber Lab plus a Bloodline class. If you choose to play my minigun build, you can use the Farol, which is Pharric Tiger Alpha, and you can just go kill Farol, get the Bloodline, GG well played, you're done very quickly, and here is the link as well. Aggravating Antagonists, defeat any 6 of the following bosses at least level 80. Uber Azirius combined for Immortal Fragments. Izaro is to buy a gift, dedication, tribute to the goddess and complete the lab. Abyssal Lich, which is found in Delve after Depth 130, which is the green boss. Omnitect is Apex of Adzoatl or Chronicle of Adzoatl boss, the final one. Remember, you can do that with Divination Strongboxes. Vox Twins is Contract the Twins. Katash, Gore, and Baidat, which is Monsters from Beyond. You can do that while you're delirious in the other challenge. Medved, Vorana, and Uthred is item level 80 plus logbooks, but you already bought 81 level logbooks, right, to do the challenge. And the black, it's a chance for them to drop, or you can buy one with them. They're much more expensive, but don't bother, just do the regular ones. Black Knight, Admiral Valerius, or Sasan, just do settlers in a map for Verisium, or you just send boats or mappers and you will encounter them from time to time. Bloodline Boons, 7. Defeat any 7 of the following bosses and encounters. Trial Master is very simple after defeating 10 waves of Ultimatum random, or if you use Ultimatum Scarab of Dueling, that guarantees it. King in the Mists, buy and use an audience with the king. Oshabi, Sacred Blossom. Katarina, Syndicate Medallion. Owl, Deep in Delve 130 plus depth. Generally happens after 180, very rarely after 130, but it is very rare, so keep that in mind. Olroth is done with Expedition Book with Knights of the Sun. Lycia, complete the Sanctum. Farol by Pharric Tiger Alpha and complete. Simulacrum, complete all 15 waves of Simulacrum. This is hard, however, if you play my build, Lancing Steel of Spring, the minigun, you will be able to do this one pretty easily. Eat That Was Tool and Eat That Was Ash, which is High Brain Gland and complete encounter. Bolstered Breachlords. This is where the fun begins. This is to defeat Tool and Ash without being hit by their mechanics. all of them if you want to do it in one go, or some of them if you want to do it in multiple tries. Boiling Blood are exploding orbs. Breachlord orb explosions, same thing. Other orbs, but they explode. Next one, Rolling Lightning Nova, is when Esh stands still and then does the 10 waves of it. Just stay the hell away. That's basically it. Or teleport inside. And Tentacle Barrage, when they do their like tentacly stuff, you just avoid. Very simple. However, because the room is dark, it can be a little bit difficult, but at least High Brain Glands are not that expensive, so you can do this one very, very easily. This just takes a little bit of practice. Next one, which ones do I want you maybe, or you don't want to, skip? The ones that I suggest skipping are the Uber encounters, which is Inconceivable Incarnations. Incarnation of Dread, Fear, Neglect. So just kill 2 of them while they're Uber variants. Juiced Jamboree, complete tier 17 maps with 175 item quantity and 5 scarabs. And there's like, so that's 5 tier 17, and then Courtyard, Chambers, and Theater of Lies, which is a random chance to get them from Egon. So yeah. And Oppressive Opponents, defeat any 4 of the following pinnacle boss encounters, Uber bosses, any of the regular Uber bosses, and Cruel Challenges. This one, if you're doing my build, I guarantee you can do this, no problemo. If you're doing a different build, I can't, sorry. But for my build, complete each of the following mutations while they have at least 70% item quantity is extremely easy to do, other than the Feared, which takes a little bit of practice. Which is Screaming, Elder Slayers, Forgotten, Remembered, Incandescent, Feared, Form, Twisted. You will anyways have to do these because you need to unlock the Atlas passive points. To unlock all of Atlas passive points. So if you're already doing them, just do them 70%. So those are which I would skip. So instead of this one, if this one is too easy for you, you can choose one other one to skip. Or if you want to do Uber bosses, that's absolutely fine. And that is it for this video. It's been long. It's been fun to make. It took me a little bit, I'm sorry. But that is all for now. All of the links, everything is in the notepads. Where can you find that? Or where can you find those? Go to heavyheals.com, click on the current league, scroll down under the video, which is going to be right here, and you can find all of these, and you just click on them, and there will be a Google Drive with everything here opened. Just find the appropriate links for the trade, and you will be golden. So that is it for this video. If you like this type of videos, please do give it a like, sub if you don't mind. Thank you so much for your support. I will continue playing the game with another build that I have, which I'm still figuring out how to do, but it is what it is. Anyways, so that is it for now. Thank you once again so much for watching, and I hope I will see you again in the next video or stream. Have a good one.